Okay, we're going to look at long division with algebra. So the 4 steps in this sum. The first step is to divide. Next step is to multiply, subtract, and bring down. Okay, so before we jump into it, we need to have the quadratic equation or polynomial here in the format where it goes x cubed, then x squared, then x, then a normal number, or any of the numbers. If it was x to the power of 5, the next one would need to be x to the power of 4, dot, 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 dot. It just keeps our division with these 4 steps here in the right format. So the first thing that I'm going to do is check that if it's going downwards. So we have an x cubed, then it jumps to an x. So I need to put in an x squared in there. 36 x cubed, we can just go plus 0x squared minus 28x plus 8 divided by 3x minus 2. Now this doesn't change anything to do with the polynomial at all, like adding 0 is not going to change anything. It's just allowing us to have that extra space in there to keep the format for the divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So this type of sum can also be written like this. 3x cubed minus 28x plus 8 divided by 3x minus 2. So you can also see it like that. Now the setup for this is to put in your long division bracket there, push this section into the bracket, but we're going to rewrite it as this section, remember. So 36x cubed plus 0x squared minus 28x plus 8 inside, and we're dividing it by 3x minus 2. And you're going to have a rough work section on the side. So the first step is to divide. So we're going to do that. You're going to take your 36x cubed and you divide it by just the x part, 3x. So you can expand that out if you need to. 3x like this. 36 into 3 goes 12 times, and 2 of the x's cancel. So you're left with 12x squared. That answer goes on top here. Next step is to multiply. So you're going to multiply the 12x squared into both of these numbers. So we're going to end up now underneath with 36x cubed, and 12x squared times a minus 2 is a minus 24x squared. That's the multiply part done. Next step is to subtract. So all you have to do is just change the signs here. So you're going to end up with 36x cubed minus 36x cubed. That's going to be 0 down here, so you can leave that blank. And we're going to get a plus 24x squared. The next step is to bring down. So we're going to bring down that minus 28x to here. Then we loop back again to our divide step. So on the side, we're going to divide this now. 24x squared, again dividing by the 3x. You can expand it out if you want. 24 into 3 goes 8 times, and the x's cancel, and you're left with 8x. Again, that goes on top, and it's a positive 8x, so you can go plus 8x. Back to multiply. Multiplying the 8x again into the 3x and the minus 2, we're left with 24x squared and a minus 16x. Next step is to subtract, so you're going to change the signs, minus and a plus. 24's cancel, and minus 28 plus 16 equals a minus 14x. Sorry, I'm just going to make that a 12x here. 12x, okay. And then we're back to bringing down. So we're going to bring down the plus 8. And we're all the way back again to divide. So we're going to take the minus 12x divided by the 3x over on the side again. And we're left with the minus 4. All the x's cancel. So the minus 4 goes on top this time. And again, you're multiplying back into them. So 4 times 3x is a minus 12x. And then minus 4 times the minus 2 is a plus 8. Done the divide, done the multiply, back to subtract up here. So we're going to change the signs. And we're left with 0, 0. And with 0, 0, it means that there's no remainder. So this 3x minus 2 is indeed a factor of this polynomial right here, because there's no remainder over. It goes into it evenly. Now, if we're asked to find the other factors of this, we need to look at the answer on top. So, in theory, 3x minus 2, which is what we divided in evenly, multiplied by the 12x squared plus 8x minus 4, should equal 36x cubed minus 28x plus 8. The other two factors is we want to break this bracket up and factorize it into another one. Because it's an x cubed polynomial, we should be able to get 3 values for x. So the first one is already done, 3x minus 2. We want to break this bracket up now into 2 more brackets. So factorize that. So when there's a number in front of the x squared, sometimes it's harder to factorize. So what we do is just magic numbers, which is 12 and the minus 4. So you take the 12 and multiply it by 4, and you work that out to be 48. Then you want to find the factors of 48, because we're trying to factorize this whole thing. So you make your list out: 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, 6 and 8. So out of those pairings then, which one of those pairings will allow us to get an 8x? The 4 and the 12. So we're going to rewrite that quadratic equation there to be 12x squared plus, sorry, not plus, it'd be a plus 12x minus a 4x, and you continue on with the minus 4. So we've just rewritten the 8x as plus 12 minus 4, which will still give you 8x. Then you can either move this one and this one around about until it looks like there's something familiar in both sides. So in this first one here, we have a 12 that's the same, and an x. We can go bracket x plus 1. Hopefully, over here, we're going to get x plus 1 as well. So let's take a look at what's familiar in both. It's a minus 4. And a minus 4 times the x will give me minus 4x. And a minus 4 times the plus 1 will give me a minus 4. So, we're good to go there. We can mix these up together now. 12x minus 4 and x plus 1. And they are your other two factors, as well as the 3x minus 2 that we got, to make up this 36x cubed minus 28x plus 8.